PSLE is coming. Can you solve this hard 2022 PSLE math question? And the question goes, a pattern is formed using the letters A, B, and C. The first 15 letters are shown. The letter A appears 137 times in the pattern. What is the greatest possible number of letters in the pattern? So in this case over here, we want to find the amount of letters if A appears 137 times. So in this question, there are repeating letters, and also you can think of it as a repeating pattern. Therefore, this is what we call a repeating pattern concept. So first thing first is that we want to spot the repeating pattern. So how do you do that, right? How do I spot the pattern? So first thing is you want to spot the first letter, right? Pretty straightforward. The first letter is A, and then you just spot all the letter A's over here. So I think most of the time it's not as easy as just the first letter is the pattern. No, So if you can't find the pattern, then let's move on to grouping the first and second letter and spot them, right? Group them, and there isn't really a pattern. So what we can do next is then group the first, second, and third letters and group them and spot them. Still can't find the pattern because there are some empty spaces, but you know where I'm going next, right? Let's go to the first, second, and third, and fourth, right? And then we can't find a pattern, and I think you probably see the last one, which is the first, second, third, and fourth and fifth. It is the pattern. So the pattern is found. Now the next thing is we will group them, and this is what we call a repeating group. So one group has repeating letters. So let's say letter A appears 3 times in the pattern. So 1, 2, and 3. So in this case, what's the most number of letters? I think you probably can count. So it is a total of 5 letters. So in this case, 3 A's that appears will give us one group of 5 letters. Let's move on to another question. Let's say A appears 4 times. So in this case, other than one group, we have another group. That's what you see over here. So now there is the fourth A that appears. So what's the total number of letters if A appears 4 times? If you were to say 6, you're very close. It's actually 7. So 7 letters is the most number of letters if A appears 4 times. So 4 A's will give us one group and 2 extra letters. Okay, let's move on to another example. So let's say letter A appears 5 times in the pattern. So we have the fifth A over here. So what's the total number of letters if A appears 5 times? So if you said A, very close, the answer is actually 9. That includes C. So the most number of letters is 9 letters if A appears 5 times. So that means it's one group and 4 extra letters. So now with this, let's find the pattern within these findings. So 3 A's is equal to one group. So how do we get 3 A's into one group? So 3 something equal to one group. So if you guess divided by 3, you're right. So let's move on to the next one. 4 A's is equal to one group plus 2 extra letters. So can we divide it by 3? Yes, we can. But this will give us one remainder 1, and that is equal to one group plus 2 extra letters. Okay, what about 5 A's? It is the same. So 5 divided by 3, and it gives us 1. And what's the remainder? 2. So you see that it gives us 1 and 4 extra letters. So from these calculations, can you see another pattern? You can see why this is a hard question. So the hint is the remainders. Okay, remainder 1 gives us 2 extra letters, and remainder 2 give us 4 extra letters. So in this case, the remainder 1, if we were to multiply by 2, then we will get what's the extra letters according to the remainder. So now the thing is that we want to get 137 A's, and we want to find out how many groups and extra letters can we get. So in this case, as per usual, we just have 137 divided by 3. And this will give us 45 remainder 2, which means it's 45 group plus 4 extra letters. So remember, so remainder 2 give us 4 extra letters. Same goes to 137 A's. So if you were to refresh your memory, this is one group, which has how many letters? 5 letters, right? So now the thing is, if we have 45 groups from 137 letter A's, that means we have a total of 225 letters. But we haven't finished yet because we need to add the extra letters, which is just an additional 4. And the answer is 229 letters.